Hello, good morning, and welcome again to your ultimate news and current affairs program on television, on ITV, and independent radio. And it is Politics Today. As you know, we usually treat issues in order to shape the policies, thoughts of the Nigerian citizenry, and laws of the country, policies to bring about better delivery in terms of democracy, and then probably look at how we can deepen it to get to a point where we can say we have a liberal democracy. It's a voyage we're on, a big journey on that. And today we'll be looking at Edo State, which is centered on Obaseki and job creation, looking at the very big issue about unemployment of the youths, which is a big challenge in terms of curbing criminal activities in the state in particular, and of course in Nigeria in general. Looking at all of this becomes important for us to take a view into this critically. And you agree with me that the governor in the course of his campaign made clear that he's going to be providing jobs of about 200,000 in volume in his course of administration, and that he hasn't changed his mind on that. And we're looking at that figure. We're looking at the ways in which the government or the state governor has been able to realize close to it or halfway, because we've gone past 2 years administration of his stay in office. And looking at that importantly will be what we'll be discussing. Don't forget that we usually bring you on board to participate with us by lending your voices on the program. For our listeners on independent radio, as soon as we have that time that is allotted for it, we will be calling the numbers on radio so that you can listen and get across to us. And of course, for our distinguished viewers, the number will be written on the screen for you to participate with us. I'm the anchor on today's edition, Philip Omo-Gupon, and discussing this vital, sensitive topic with me, I have the one-time representative of the Ego local government in the House of Assembly, Honorable, and also currently the Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, Edo State, Honorable Commissioner Paul Ohonbamo. Many thanks for coming.
Good morning. Thank you.
And next, okay, I have an erudite lawyer, one who has always taken time to help shape policies and thoughts in order to bring about better delivery in terms of democracy and likes, and also stabilizing the organs of government. He's always been here with us, and he's no one else but Barrister Olayiwola Afolabi. Thank you for coming.
Thanks so much.
All right, so looking at what we have here, we will be taking some time out as we progress to also outline issues on the president's private trip to UK that basically has been hitting public domain, and reactions necessitated the reason for us to also look into that. But quickly, Commissioner, we have always had these big promises from the governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, and in the inception of his campaign, he made it clear that he's going to provide 200,000 jobs, or let's say over 200,000 jobs, as he hits the ground running. Can we say what page we are in that respect in hitting it?
Thank you very much. When Governor Obaseki campaigned, he did promise the people that 200,000 jobs will be created, and he still maintains that 200,000 jobs will be created in the first half of the first 4 years of his administration. Yes. And I want to tell you that he has done a lot in that regard. When he said it was not just a mere promise, it was a realistic political postulation, which he pursued vigorously. As he settled down, of course, he tried first and foremost in bringing out policies to remove all obstacles that would be inhibitions to some critical areas, such as access to land, as well as other support structures, which he did successfully. And after that, of course, he signed the law outlawing the Community Development Association, CDAs. And that was what gave him impetus to go out to cut both local and international investors to come to Edo State to invest. And I must tell you that it's unique and fantastic work and efforts, and the results coming therefrom It's not a coincidence.
Okay.
It is a direct reflection of what he has done. He set up, he created the Edo State Skill Development Agency, primarily to ensure that this 200,000 target is met. That one is there. We have the Edo Innovation Hub, Edo Innovates. That one is a cluster for innovators, inventors, entrepreneurs in Benin City. In that area, over 4,000 persons have been trained. They are incubated or even hosted by the hub. There is the production center in Benin City, which he also created. This one takes care of the micro, small and medium enterprises for government to thrive so that economy will not be stable. If you say polity must be stable, it must not stand still. He has done a lot to take Edo State to the next level, and conscious policies geared towards, elevating the standard of life of the people he has carried out. He makes no pretensions about this. He may not be making a lot of noise. He does not flout all these achievements or make extravaganza of them. In fact, with him, he exhibits what we call proud humility. He does not do all these things. But he believes that the people will see every action of government, every work of the government is backed up by empirical facts. You see it, that is done, not it will be done.
Okay.
And in any case, history has shown that honor will be overpaid when the man that does the art is the moderator, is the one commenting. It will be just, praising himself and telling the people what he has done instead of you to concentrate to do a lot of work. By November 2018, 77,200 jobs had been created. November 2018, 77,200 jobs had been created. From that time to date, additional 50,000 have been created.
When you say 77,300 jobs by November 2018,
yes,
what areas did this figure cover?
Areas, both Edo jobs, that is the skill development,
okay,
skill enterprise development, entrepreneurship, area of manufacturing, and above all in agriculture, because agriculture is Edo State's new oil. That is, when you want to diversify the economy, and as we approach the end of oil, it is only agriculture that you can stand. Land has been with us from the beginning and will remain with man till the end. So the governor has done a lot in that area. He took a trip, an investment trip, a tour of Southeast Asia, and entered into partnership with Toleran Group. Yes. It's a company, a huge conglomerate, to come and invest in Edo State, in the area of oil palm, as well as cassava cultivation. That company invested $50 million in that area. And the communities they go into, large lands have been given out, because he also, our land tenure system now, he saw that the government is ready to give out land to those who are prepared to do business in Edo. And we have done this. This is why even Presco, the 15,000 hectares expansion in their business, they attributed it to the far-reaching reforms in Obaseki's government land reform system. And Okomu, the same 11,000 hectares, expansion. So communities are opening up, and not just that, lands that have been idle over the years are now put to use. The locals in such communities are being engaged. They are employed. So when an anagram of all this, both from agricultural area as well as the innovation hub, all this, when you add them together, of course, by November 2018, it was 77,200. From that time till now, we have recorded an addition of 50,000. And when I say this, with all sense of responsibility.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Commissioner. But Alaiwala Falabi, you are a custodian of the law. Yes. And there's this great impression by Nigerians and Edo indigenes particularly in respect of these figures that the Commissioner just spoke about. Some say, well, a huge number of these are not jobs that are permanent, like the agripreneur, the agricultural sector, where even road construction. So what do you feel about this? Do you see this figure as really realistic?
Well, first of all, we want to commend the governor You know, when a governor comes in and give you a target, even when he has not been able to meet that target, but that target is there, and the tenure has not ended. Let's even assume he has not met the target, 20,000, but the tenure has not ended.
200,000 jobs.
Yes. But
he hasn't met it, but we have over 77,000.
I'm coming. You know, to me,
over 100.
Many people have been employed in the states.
Okay.
But, you know, many people don't know. Let me give an example of what I know. Those state mass transport agencies, what they call it, those that man the roads.
Okay, the traffic agency.
Traffic agency. Many people, there was a time when they set up application out for jobs. People even from our state, Ekiti State came, from Kaduna came, and it's on merit. Many people were employed, and this is a public gathering. They can correct, they can phone to confirm. Many people came from Katsina, from Ekiti, for that job. Some of them are not giving, but some are giving, and now they're employed. I'm the lawyer for the ESMA, so I know what I'm talking about. And even right now, the state government is even unlike before. It's not permanent. There's a law setting it up. Unlike before, it's there. So people, I'm aware, and you know, there's no. I don't want to pretend anybody. I will tell you the truth. People are being employed there. You know, but the only problem the government has is this issue of freedom of information.
Okay, before we get there, no. You definitely say that.
Yes.
But you made mention of people have been employed in the ETSMA, in agencies.
Yes.
Well, Nigerians and the Edoing indigenes are not are mindful of that.
Yes.
But what we're saying is the figures.
I'm coming. That was saying now.
Now, can you say that the people really feel these figures?
And you know, everybody cannot be employed. Because let me tell you, once you employ one person, that one person, he will take care of his own family. Like now, I have about more than 20 persons working under me. So and those other persons also, they feed their own family. What I'm saying, I can tell you the one I know. There are other civil servants that many people have employed. So what I'm saying, you know, when you talk about employment, it's not only government cannot do the employment alone. There are other private sector. Okay. Let me tell you, like roads now, many roads are being open. And when roads are being open, the people there, we have many shops open, barbing shops, so many shops open. Get to the world of free impact. So there are so many jobs.
Okay, you spoke about the information.
Yes. No, what I'm saying, you know, government should also do at least, in order to call freedom of information. People can ask, please give us the access of these jobs you have created through the Freedom of Information Bill. People will know that, but I'm aware that so many jobs have been created.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Back to you, Commissioner. Like he just made mention of the freedom of information, as having access to that. Now, the Edu Job Scheme, for instance, where we have these figures, some believe that this figure includes some unskilled jobs, even like road construction, where it may not be permanent. After the road has been constructed, the job ends. Is it like that?
No. I think primarily the work of the Edo jobs is to have a hub of skilled workers. Not only you train of skilled workers, you train people in manufacturing, in production, in agricultural product, in all spheres. Once you train, even though it's not conventional, you know, education you have given, but that training has made the person a skilled person. I think the real confusion here is people tend to look at employment in the conventional sense of
the civil service.
Yes. But Edo State has passed that level.
But that is inclusive, isn't it?
No, this one I'm saying is not. It's not part of it.
It's not part of the civil service.
No, this is meeting the 200,000 we are talking of.
It's outside the civil service engagement.
Okay. Yes, and people should not make that mistake. We have left that level. We are now involved in what we call creative destruction. Creative destruction. And Edo State governor has not made pretensions about that. That is being disruptive and innovative. The great economist Joseph Schumpeter said it. That is the only way you take a society from poverty to prosperity. And it was what marked the difference between...
No.
It was what marked the difference in all the areas. In all the areas America had contact with, and other places. For example, when America bought over or purchased the northern part from the fence of Nogales. That is Nogales, Arizona.
What is it now?
They bought it over, they purchased it in 1853. When they purchased it in 1853, they carried out what we call inclusive economic institutions. Are you following me?
Yes.
Inclusive economic institutions, which they instituted there, and inclusive political institutions. This one enables people to voluntarily choose which career they want to go into. Open up the economy. Private property is not at law. That is guaranteed, is allowed. Then, of the same people, another Nogales in the other part of the divide, that is Nogales, Sonora, under Mexico. Okay. They rely solely on extractive, exploitative tendencies, institutions, which only guarantees poverty and, cannot guarantee long-term. The average person in the American-owned Nogales, Arizona, earns $30,000 annually. And the other side, even though they are the same people, they were always separated after the American and Mexican War of 1846 to 1848. They were now separated, but the same ancestry, the same culture, they eat the same food, they are predominantly the same people with the same disease. But how could they be so different in prosperity? It is because of what Obaseki is doing now, which America has done over the years. It's called creative destruction, where you replace old skills of doing things with technology, which is doing now. Everything is leveraging on technology, production, and the rest. And there are so many people who will not be comfortable there because it has its own implication. It can create losers. Those who are not ready, who are the luddites, who are not ready to join in this innovation, and it can create winners, both in the political arena and the economic marketplace. You follow me?
Yes.
So this is precisely what Governor Obaseki is doing. Obaseki has also gone beyond that. He realized that farm inputs, are critical in agricultural development. And the most important in this area is fertilizer. So he partnered with Wakot Limited to revamp the hitherto moribund fertilizer plant company in Auchi, which was also commissioned by the Vice President. That alone provided 500 direct jobs. And as the President even remarked that very day of commissioning, that other ancillary, the youths will be involved, engaged in other ancillary economic activities that will take place in that place. So these are the steps he has taken.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
These are the steps he has taken. He continues to partner institutions. It's just like in education. When you see our Edo Best, it is partnership with UBEC. Edo has been able to access 9 billion. Or you cannot access 9 billion naira when you don't pay your counterpart funding. It shows seriousness. Collaboration is the thing happening world over now. Without collaboration, things are not done easily. People say Governor Obaseki goes into partnership with people, but the results are there.
Okay, thank you. I will still come back to you because there are also issues like Olaiwola Folabi.
Yes,
there are issues about the aspect where the governor is saying he's going to provide these jobs.
Yes, wait.
Why, in the result of providing these jobs, some persons are even losing their jobs.
No, wait,
like College of Education, for instance, at Kialolo, and College of Agri Igweraki. We've having losses of jobs.
Yes.
How do we reconcile that?
I will come to that. But let me give one example. It will be very pleasing. Many people, when you say providing jobs, they only look at the government. Government alone. It's not just because just set up something and be paying their salary. No. When you say providing jobs, there must be the resources. What is on ground? I mean, I'm a private business. I'm in private. I can't even work with government. The other people who are also on their own, they can provide jobs. Let me give you an example. A car pusher last week came to my. Are you listening to me? A car pusher came to my house last week. He said, "I want to buy land." I say, "Car pusher? It's a car pusher. It's not work with government." I told him, "For what you have done, I'm going to write the agreement for you free." So when you say, providing jobs, it's not the government.
Okay, I want to comment on the losses of jobs and College of Education in Kialolo and that of the closure of of agriculture.
That's an, you know, that's an aspect the commission. I'm not in government.
No. But you can react to that. Because I'm basically asking him that question. But I think he's gathering ideas on how to answer.
I'm not in government.
But first,
I'm not in government.
Okay.
He's in government.
Okay,
so they will know the reason why.
But you are free to react to policies or issues about the government.
I'm not. Well, I'm coming. Yes. If people have been sacked for their job, well, it is unfair. Because it depends on the terms of employment. Thank you. I'm coming. If the government has the right to hire and to fire, but you firing, you must pay them either their pension or their what to do. You can't just fire and then they will go to court.
Okay, back to you, Commissioner.
So
these issues are open, and basically we'll be having callers in this respect. How do you reconcile the difference? Creating jobs, as he said, and then some losing their jobs in these colleges?
I think the issue is not even losing jobs. Just as he said, the agreement, the terms of employment, you must look at, when you engage people, you look at what must obtain for you to relieve them of their jobs. Like in Igoriahi, the governor visited that place and saw that it was not fit for even secondary school. And that one is an higher institution. So the governor said, no, there's the need for us to revamp the place, put it in proper state, and took the students out, entered into agreement, partnership with NIFOR, Presco, Okomu, shared them in this area. And the government was paying them every month some stipends, these students, for the training from these institutes. Now, as for the workers, those who were asked to leave, they were given their terminal benefits after due notice. They were given their terminal benefits. When you will say you quarrel with termination, for example, and you go to court, the justice you are looking for is to put you in such position that you will not have recorded any loss. Is that not so? Yes. And critically, what people ask for is to pay my benefits. If you are sacking me, if you ask me to go, give me my benefits.
Okay, but why not looking at the redeployment option?
No, the redeployment option, the governor is putting, the school has been in a place, we are now opening up this new school in the 3 senatorial districts.
Yes.
Auchi, Ekpoma, and Benin.
Yes.
With different faculties. So the government does his way. He is methodological in the way he does these things. And you are looking at the immediate. He is looking at the long-term benefit.
Yeah. Commonsensically, one would have expected that, okay, if someone is being sacked or removed, is probably for the purpose of being inefficient as a worker. But in this case, was it so? No.
No, you said in the case of what?
In this case, where some people had to lose their jobs. Was it in the area of inefficiency?
But I think it's, everything add up. You can't just say inefficiency. People were comfortable in such place. And the students also, you know, came out to give testimonies and give account of what they passed through the school. Yeah. And the governor was not, considering his own background, was not happy about that. Okay. Let's revamp the place. And I urge them, there's no way they will be considered first if they come back. You get what I'm saying? Since it's now even widespread, it's 3 campuses now. Auchi, Ekpoma, as well as, Auchi, Urome, as well as Benin, Igoriahi. Okay. So I don't see anything wrong in certain drastic measures taken for the general good of all.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's look at the College of Igoriahi.
That's what we have just discussed.
Okay. Now, in the area where the Edo jobs,
let me quickly add this. All right. When you are confused about anything, feel free to ask. The Freedom of Information Act is spoke of. That one is one way of unlocking the clauses of administrative secrecy. We don't have any secrecy. Like the wage bill for workers in Edo State is 30 billion a year. Teachers, workers generally. Teachers take the larger chunk, it's 30 billion every year. And this is outside these 200,000 jobs we are talking about. The conventional one, people know. 30 billion. And Edo State consistently, by 25th, 26th of every month, barring any act that will not be pleasant, the workers are paid. That social contract with the people, the governor has kept faith with. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So these are the issues. There must be policies that may not be palatable at the time, but eventually you will see that the ultimate aim is for the general good of all.
All right, there's this great key that when it comes to industrializing a state, because Edo State is seen as a civil service state, and in order to change the narrative, there is this belief that, well, the governor should be up and doing in terms of industrializing the state. What do you see? What are your comments in regard of setting, as in bringing about moribund industries, reviving moribund industries in the state?
One thing you should know, before you can even establish a good industry, there must be road network. Like now, I'm happy, the issue of Gelegele Seaport. And last month, the governor awarded the road, a Kenwa road, down.
Yes.
So the first thing must do is a road network. If the road network is not good enough, look at me. I went to say, come and see roads there. So if there's a good network, then you have to talk about industry. To me, the first thing government has done, which everybody can see, is the road network. Everywhere you go now, you see no road network. And let me tell you, that by opening up that road network, many people there'll be jobs by private people. Let me tell you, a barber. Is there anybody who doesn't barb? Everybody barb. You barb your head. Then you are creating jobs for that barber. So to me, but there are also ways which I feel the government also should take into consideration is the issue of the production. Let me tell you, every time you travel, you see these people selling, what do you call it? We call it in these plantain chips. In our native language, in Yoruba, we call it ipekere. That's what we use. But plantain chips, it's every season. The government can set up a big farm that will create job. Where people, the youth, most of our youth, they don't want to roll, say, let me go to abroad, is that they feel a farmer or is a poor man. But the government can make it lucrative. Look at what happened. Like yesterday, they were showing the network channel, Akwa Ibom. Akwa Ibom has established a livestock farm that produces about 5,000 per hour. Per hour. Not per day, per hour. Okay. So if government can also, like I was saying, this plantain farm, the production alone can employ people. So government should ensure that they make farming attractive to our youth. Alongside reviving moribund industries. Of course. Okay, your comments on this.
Thank you very much.
And with another reference to the Gelegele Seaport that we expect that would have taken much, but
yes.
the otherwise.
Let me start with the production issue. Okay. In the area of production, particularly food sufficiency now, the government has also set up a food and agri cluster that, sort of will take care of this area at Eho. And this one will involve the plantain, fruits and all. There is a cluster, they share space.
All right.
And they do all these things there. And the whole essence is for food security. Everything has been put in place and work has started
at Eho.
At Eho.
So the project is ongoing?
The load is ongoing and they have started.
Okay.
They have started. The cluster is operative there now. So it will meet with these other concerns of yours. As for Gelegele Seaport, of course, is to be the gateway to exporting our goods. First from industrial park and all other, manufacturing industries to the outside world or other parts of Africa. I think the governor has taken steps. Apart from the road network, it's also linked. There are coastal communities that make up that, as is Gelegele, Kolokolo, Ajamaha, Ajoki, Abiala 1, Abiala 2, Koko, as well as Ologbo. So, for security reasons, the government made the tour of that place and concluded that marine police posts should be put in Gelegele. That one has been settled. Then another police post at Osiomo River, close to Ologbo. That one has been settled. All these are efforts to show readiness, seriousness, zeal, zest on the part of the governor. So I think it is a reality, that particular project. By November 2020, this administration will have its first terminus. which is the first tenor.
Okay, when you say reality in respect of Gele project.
Yes, it's what I'm saying. Yes, it's seaport.
Okay, you mean when it's going to take operations effectively?
No, not when.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that seriously work is going on there. And what will make work easy, the road network, as well as the security of the place. Yes. And this is why the governor has instructed marine police posts at Gele. There are another police post at the extreme in the other part of the river stretch, the receptacle, at Osiomo River in Ologbo. All these are steps. You cannot, in an unstable polity, casualty is the first, development is the first casualty.
Okay.
So for you to ensure that development thrives and there are no inhibitions, you must put security, ensure that the people are certain that they will be secure when they come to do business in the course of doing business in that area. This is why it's very critical about that. The road network is there, the security posts, and they are also linked by the waters.
Okay.
So I'm only saying that it is not just a mere promise. You know, in politics, they say electorates will be more offended if you fail to promise them their heart desire than when you back out later. But their heart desires, which Obaseki has promised, is such that we will not back out.
Okay, we hope to see the reality, like you said. We hope to see the figures, because that's going to take a huge number of youths off the street.
This one will be excel by, when we are talking, we'll be talking of over 1 million jobs created by the end of 8 years.
Okay, I'll come back to you, but still, Olayola Afolabi,
yes.
This aspect of empowerment, like the commissioner spoke about empowering people, like the entrepreneurship aspect. We have a challenge where a lot of persons are still saying that they are not having impact on that. That is one thing to train, it's another to empower, it's another to be given a take-off grant.
Well, you know, as I've said, many people are not ready to work. Let me give an example of a cat pusher. A cat pusher, he has bought a land. He's not a graduate. Cat pusher, I was shocked. Let me give an example. Maybe that's why many people don't know. By virtue of my training, we come look at these Libya returnees. Are you aware that they have been trained?
Obviously, many of them
have been trained about where. Many of them have been trained. And when they leave the place, they may decide not to work with the government. In fact, many people don't work with the government. Those Libya, when they come back, they can be tailor. My father was a tailor in Lagos. He had 3 houses. I listened to Mr. My father was a tailor. You can be a tailor. They are being trained. And after their training, they can start to veer off and work elsewhere. There are many jobs people don't know. Let me give you an example of a barber. A barber, they make money. But the thing I will plead the government is the issue of agriculture. People are not yet feeling it. Many of our youths, the government should make a farming attractive to them, but I'm not seeing that one. Let it make it attractive. The nature of farming that we now have is not carrying the oil and cutlass. That's the issue we have.
Mechanized farming.
Mechanized farming. That's what is involved now.
The commissioner said that's what the government is doing.
Now. So many people, when they see this mechanized, they want to go to that, but I've not seen that one. The impact I've not felt.
Okay, I want your response on that.
Thank you very much. I think agriculture is one area the government is very keen on in pursuing this agenda of 20,000 jobs, particularly for youths. And as you know,
20,000 or 200,000. Okay.
200,000.
Okay.
You can't be 20 when we have made over 100,000.
Okay.
So, and many youths have been given grants, take-off grants to do all this, and many have been trained in technology.
Okay, take-off grant to start off a farm.
To start off, yes, your farm.
Okay.
And when you are giving take-off grant, you are also giving land because
these persons giving this grant, they are seen as agripreneurs.
Yes.
Okay.
And our GIS, the Geographic Information Service System, is so that carried out the area mapping. We allocate lands to people who really want to do business. Who are serious about farming, agricultural, activities. We give them free. And so the governor has tried in this area. Youths have been giving grants, take-off grants to do what they are doing. Many have been trained. And there is what the governor calls the contract farming system.
Okay.
The contract farming system he entered into with people from Asia. The whole essence is to go into communities, and many have gone into communities, take large hectares of land with financial power,
okay,
and go into large-scale farming.
All right, thank you.
And the agreement must include that the locals will be the main beneficiaries who will be employed. All agreements the government goes into with investors and such clause must be there. Even revamping EBS, revamping Observer, which the government is doing, there is a clause there that the workers there must be trained on the use of this machinery, so that it's not question of joint venture. It can be service contract and technical assistance contract.
Okay, revamping, is there a time frame? Like you may mention of the EBS, you may mention
yes,
of the Observer.
Yes, started work.
Okay, so there's a time frame that maybe within the course of the year,
yes,
the process must have been completed.
Yes, within the next 3 months.
Okay.
That Observer new press will be there. In fact, our production hub, the production center, is where the printing press was residing, on Saple Road. That is where we have renovated, developed into production hub. They have taken them to Observer, so that the press, Observer, everybody will be in a single place. Everything is now done in a cluster manner.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. In case you're just watching S Politics today, and I've been having this vital topic, Obaseki and the job creation question, with the Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, Edo State, Honorable Paul Ohobamo, and also with a custodian of the law, who is no one else but Olayiwola Afolabi. The line will be opened now for you to react. It made a lot of statements, a lot of developments that the state government has really come through with, though we still have some which we hope that we put through later on, so that it will increase the volume or the figure of persons that will be benefiting from this job process. And the number to call for our listeners on independent radio, 052-290-573. 052-290-573. And for our viewers on independent television, the number is on the screen. Take a good look at it and call us with this number. Express your opinion, but ensure to be very civil. Civil presentation is key in terms of bringing about robust discussion on politics today. The number once again for those on independent radio, 052-290-573. Start buzzing the line. Well, Olayiwola Afolabi, let's take a look at the Libya returnees.
Yes.
Now, there's this impression by some saying that, well, checking crime rates in Edo State, the increase, and looking at the influx of the Libya returnees, why some are being said to not to have been empowered after the federal government made some, the state government made some promises as per empowering them after training and all of these issues. Do you marry this issue with the crime rates that probably some say is increasing in Edo State?
You know, is a whether in any nation, any state, not everybody will want to work. But I'm aware, let me give you an example. A boy came to me, he says he's a Libya returnee. I went to state government. They replied me, the boss will come. And they had to check his record and found out they wanted to empower him. And they found out that actually this person is not among those people that came from Libya. He's even telling lies. I went to the government house, we made the person in charge, and I saw the list. Some of them, of course, government cannot take off everybody. It's impossible. But I'm aware, many of them have been trained. I started to be corrected. I wrote a letter, and they invited me. I went with the boy, and they found out it's not. They have to show you the seriousness. I'm speaking the truth.
We have a challenge where some are even returning back.
No,
on that voyage.
No, what I'm saying, many of them have been trained. You know, as I say, our mentality is that government was giving job. Government cannot give a job
and provide everything.
No, there are some people in those states. They are not in government. They are making money. Everybody, I will tell you. Let me give you an example. Many people are not ready to work. I announced. My father was a tailor. I live in Yoruba Street. There's a tailor. He's an Eastern man in my street. I made an announcement that I want 4 persons, 3 male and 3 females, who will come and learn tailor. And at the end of the 2 years, I will buy machine. Nobody has come. Nobody. I still be corrected. I announced. ITV announced it.
Nobody came.
Nobody came till now. You know, many people are not ready to work. They're just looking for white collar job. White collar job. How many people to be a pusher? Nobody.
Okay.
So I'm coming.
Okay.
And that area the government should do. You know, this issue of waste. If waste is properly managed, it's $1 billion in that issue. Government should know all those car pusher. Everybody have their own area. That's why even the Bible says the poor will be there. They are already be there. Not only many of these waste manager, many of them they will not come. You won't see them. But at the end of the month, they will give you bill. But these car pushers, they are there. They are always on the ground to help people. So government should also don't scrap them.
Bring them more.
Bring them to the system.
Yes, yeah.
Because they will be there.
Okay. Okay. He said this thread of issues. Your response on that.
The truth of the matter is many of these returnees, Libya returnees, the governor has ordered, and indeed many have been trained in various fields. And this is part of the government's agenda to reduce irregular migration and then eradicate human trafficking.
Okay.
Many have been trained.
Many have been trained.
What
about empowerment?
They have been giving grants, many. Whether they now decide to abandon
utilize
training,
yes.
utilize it, governor cannot go out to investigate how you have used the money I give to you. It's for your well-being, for your good, for your future, so that you don't take that dangerous trip any longer.
Okay, but we have issues where some are saying that they were not given grants.
I say many of them. It can't be all of them.
Okay, so what
There's
could
no,
be?
there's no way.
What could be the reason or the template for government not being able to give?
Many of them
who
are
were trained?
profiled. Whoever comes is profiled.
Okay.
Everything. When you ask some to come for, they don't come. This thing is interest. When you convince them, at times you are unable to sway the heart within their breast, as Homer will put it. When they don't come, what will you force work on them? These are the issues. Some of these people are obdurate at that.
Okay, do we still have issues about stipend being delayed?
No. That one is has been dealt with. Nothing is being delayed. They are taken care of. Many of them, have you heard complaints over the months of such delay? What caused that delay was the way and manner the profiling took place. It was not clear. You profile people, you want to see them physically. They are not there. Only for some of them, fathers will come, say, it's my son.
Okay.
So these are not, this must be done in orderly manner.
When we talk about empowerment, like giving them take-off grants, what are the amounts like?
Take-off grants? It depends on the area of training.
Okay.
When you, for example, panel installation, solar panel installation, the grants such a person will need will be higher than the person who just says he wants to do shoemaking. Okay. But by and large, many of these micro, small, medium enterprises have been taken care of through the training of these people, these returnees.
Okay.
They form the bulk of those who are beneficiaries.
Okay, but can we have like take-off grants maybe that will be ranging from, let's say, 20,000 or 50,000 above, or 100,000 and above?
Over. Okay. Some 150 take-off grant.
Okay.
That one, they are not. You can't take 150. Even 10% of that is 15,000. People can use even that one to start business. 150, 200.
Let me give you an example. I'm coming to commission because when we're talking, we talk with facts. I'm aware. I'm the lawyer to the Tailoring Garment Association in Edo State. We met the governor, and that he's going to give them grant to take off. When the bank in question, they are pretty stubborn. The governor promised that he's going to withdraw the grant of Edo State from that bank. And governor, when we met him with the tailoring union, he told us, what is the problem? Is that enough? Is the money you are asking, is it that money politicians used to buy jeeps? Immediately, he ordered them to pay them. I'm aware. It's live now.
Money politicians used to buy jeeps.
To buy jeeps.
That's an issue.
I'm coming. He could order, and they pay them the grant, loan, soft loan for the tailors.
Yes.
I'm talking in Edo State, and to return it maybe in 1 year or two, and the tailors are making it. So those two, they are failing in part. So that's why the jobs is not, those state. It's not government. I can't work with government.
In addition to that, when you go to the production center on Sapele Road, government agencies, key government agencies are there to assist these, manufacturers or those who are involved in construction to raise money, like the Bank of Industry is there to assist. So it's not a question of traveling. You go to their desk, you apply how you get whatever you are, and the government is involved in these arrangements.
Okay. I'll come back there because my interest is also in that, asking you a question in that respect. But for those who are watching independent television and, of course, listeners on independent radio, there's the time you start buzzing our line. I don't know what impediment is holding
buzzing the line.
But please ensure that you start buzzing the line so that we can get it. And I just hope that everyone involved in that shouldn't stop the process, please. Let's get calls pouring in so that we can have some robust participation from the listeners on independent radio and, of course, viewers on independent television. Back to this small scale, Mr. Honorable Commissioner, sir. Back to this small scale and small and medium scale enterprises. Now, we've always had this platform where a lot of persons come here and make complaints about the fact that they have business initiatives, they are even young startups, young entrepreneurs, but they have capital as a challenge. Now, you said the governor is making some soft landing for that. So what facilities are available for that?
The first thing, the essence of those skill development agency.
Okay. Let me pause you there quickly, Commissioner. We have a caller. Please, caller, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello, caller. Good morning to you, caller. Okay, while we wait for that.
The essence of the Edo Skill Development Agency, that is Edo Jobs.
Hello, good morning. Can you please speak to us? The number is 052-290-573.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tell us your name, please.
Mr. You are calling from Ogereke area in Benin here.
Here you are, from Benin. Go ahead with your contribution.
I have heard the commissioner mention something like cultural cluster in New York that is benefiting the people. I'm from that region. I'm from Irigo there. We are not getting any benefit from that thing. What I expected is that the fruit juice company that was abandoned in the hotel, that fruit juice company should have been resuscitated so that our people, they produce a lot of pineapple, oranges, so on and so forth. And those are the things that will benefit us. And in addition to that, roads. The roads in Umo there are so bad. The one leading to my village, Irigo is like, going to hellfire. So these are areas the government need to help. So that's just it. That's the way I look at it. And the prices of agricultural produce is not encouraging. Farmers suffer when they carry their produce to the market. They buy them at giveaway prices. And they are not able to buy ordinary fish whole. Fish that they will use to prepare their food, the rice and all these things. The things they buy from the market are more expensive than what they said. So these are the challenges.
Thank you, Iyuha. Thank you. The commissioner is here. We addressed that. He said they are not benefiting. He's from and he's not getting that.
First, with road infrastructure.
Okay.
The governor knows these facts. This is why he set up World Development Committee in every local government to come with a long list of roads, the ones that will touch and affect the people positively.
Okay, are you saying this seems to still be on paper? Because this someone who is in the area, he's saying that they are not feeling impact and there are bad roads there. So which means it has not come to their end.
No,
is that what?
I'm telling you that the governor realized this. This is why he set up.
Okay.
He has set up that.
So there are pragmatic plans.
Yes.
In addressing that problem.
Yes.
Okay. What about the area of the cluster where he said that they are not having?
No, he said he's only saying more things should be done. They should have left the.
He said he doesn't feel it.
Wait, that they should have left the fruit juice which Governor Benedion put there. But there's also fruit processing center in the cluster.
Okay, in the cluster.
Yes, there's food processing.
Okay, but there is need for operations to increase so that people in that community will
we have started
feel it. Because for him to have said that, it means that it's still at a low ebb.
Yeah, it's a genuine statement, and I give it to him. But he should know that when you start a thing like this, It will take some time, embryonic stage goes into another stage. Eventually, we'll get there.
Okay, so this is the teaching period.
Every little step
you agree this is the teaching period?
Well, if you say teaching, but every little step we take today take us closer to freedom.
All right, while we thank you, Commissioner. While we expect calls to start pouring in again, I want your reaction to the statement that Mr. Ayua made. Afolabi. Okay, good morning, caller.
Good afternoon.
It's morning. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Abraham.
Gabriel or Abraham?
Yeah. And please, I want to type this out. I mean, Afolabi, the humble man. Sir, we have problem with this private sector. Governor have located logistics to assist the private sector. God, you know this. And this also supply to my tendency to block. How can private jobs?
Hello, please. We are not getting this clearly. Are you there? Are you there, Mr. Abraham or Gabriel? Mr. Abraham, please. Can you speak clearly? Speak louder. Don't rush your words. Just take them easy so that we can hear you.
Okay, what I'm saying is that.
You say you are Abraham or Gabriel?
Yeah, my name is Abraham.
Abraham. Okay.
We have problem with this story. Levies, taxes. You see, the traffic man also. The traffic is not together. Government cannot let anybody. Okay, this traffic sector. We go nowhere.
Thank you.
What you say?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think I. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Afolabi,
yes,
you have the floor.
I didn't know what I didn't hear what you said.
Yes, it wasn't really clear, but let's respond to the fact that there are issues maybe in respect of having a better life for the people in Edo State,
yes,
in respect of what the government is doing.
Yes.
Because IOA also made some issues about
yes,
them not feeling it. And
yes,
the commissioner did say that something starting now, you expect some hiccups, but as it progresses, it's going to be seamless. So I want your response in all of this while we wait for more calls.
Whether local government or state government or federal government,
yeah,
the one critical area is to make life better for the people. And of course, I feel for the people of El. In fact, anytime I go there, you know, one thing I also want the government to do each time that person has been there, even right from the beginning days to date. There's no ball. The only ball there at El is being provided by that church there. So I don't. In fact, it's not the fault of the state government. It's the local government. Local government, they are collecting every month. They can do ball about need about 4 ball. Sometimes you see children along the express road coming to fight with her. But that church, we have local governments there. Local governments there. The local government has not provided ball. Need about 4 ball.
Okay.
It's the church. That church, is it Jehovah's Witness that give them ball? That's a shame. The local government is there. You can't provide ball and you're calling salary. What are you there for?
Okay, as we round off, Commissioner, he just made mention of that. But
it's not state government. It's the local government.
I still expect that we also get another call. Please ensure you call us. It's important. Now, let's look at the way in which we can revive all of this. The aspect where the one who is seeking for a loan, for instance, how can the state government make it easier?
I say the primary mandate.
Okay, let's take this last call. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, we can hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from and contribute quickly.
Okay, this is Godwin.
Godwin from... Okay, go ahead.
I totally agree with your discussion, especially Afolabi.
Okay.
But my concern is this. There are issues like the one I have in my house now. He is first class. And maybe I expect such person to exercise, make good use of his knowledge. Is it like a good IC college of education? They now tell those players, I don't know how to describe it. So and I said that to go and learn tailoring. I don't know if you can have better plans for such persons. That was my concern.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, he's making, bringing issues about those who lost their jobs, like in College of Education in Kialolo and Igoraki. Are you saying that they should go and learn tailoring? Well, Afolabi made mention of that
I'm
too.
sorry. Of course, I'm a lawyer. You can't expect me as a lawyer to go and learn mechanic or tailor. What I'm saying, I don't know the reason why the government that issue, but what I'm saying, if you want to lay somebody off, there are pensions.
Okay.
If the government paid their pension,
okay,
they won't bother to talk.
Thank you. Now,
so that issue is important.
In 1 minute, your response to making loan facilities easier for entrepreneurs.
The primary mandate of the Edo Jobs, that is the Edo State Skill Development Agency,
yes,
is to pull out elaborate and comprehensive register of job seekers and job providers. So it's not enough to just say I want loan. They should register with Edo Jobs. Whoever comes to you,
okay, go ahead.
Tell the person to register with Edo Jobs.
Yes.
And Edo Jobs will ensure.
You're not answering the question. What he's saying, like what I was saying.
Okay.
That's the only way you know.
All right, thank you.
What he says is, I say, how can you seek loan? Let me give an example. I'm the lawyer.
Yes.
The government approve the loan. There's a bank where the state does also have a
like microfinance banks and all that.
They get. But you have to have a union.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. In 10 seconds, Commissioner, your final words.
It's for Edo people to be rest assured that Obaseki is there for governance and not for looting.
Okay.
And that, yes, and that eventually we'll get. They will continue to work in line with their legitimate expectation.
Thank you.
They must continuously see the government as their agent.
Thank you. In 10 seconds,
well, I want to commend the acting governor, Comrade Shaibu, for acting effectively in position of the governor.
Keeping the house in absence of the governor.
Very commending. I didn't blame him. He was in the house.
All right, thank you.
So I commend him. He's a union leader.
Thank you. Thank you, Olaiwola Afolabi. Thank you, Honorable Commissioner, for pulling through on this show. And big thanks to our listeners on Independent Radio. Thumbs up. And of course, our viewers on ITV. This is where we call it a wrap on today's discussion of politics today. Do join us again same time next week. I'm Philip Omo Gyukmo, and I'm saying have a beautiful day.